Hello, I am the Witch of Jasmine and welcome back to my channel. Ooh, look at the light. Oh, wait, it went away. I was there for a second. Hi, hello. Today I have a reading for Aries moons. Oh, that came out fast. There we go. How are you doing, Aries moons? It's nice to see you. Thanks for coming on by. Happy November. As I'm shuffling out your cards, I invite you to take some deep breaths, to calm yourself, ground yourself, center yourself. You've got a bonus card. Nice. Cards are just flying out. I love when they do that. But get relaxed, get comfy. We'll find out what the moon has to tell you this Monday. Moon Day. Okay. There we go. Let's take a look at your cards. So for the Oracle card, we have agreement with Libra and the water element. All right, and for the tarot cards, we have the Star, Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Pentacles reversed, Page of Athames, aka Page of Swords. Okay, sorry. Five of Chalices, aka Five of Cups. And Three of Chalices, aka Three of Cups. And then we will flip this card over whenever I feel like it's time to flip it over. So, Aries moons, it looks like whatever we're talking about in this reading today, it has to do with collaborating with others and working with others, whether this be in like a work scenario, school project scenario, something like that, something related to career or hobbies. Or it could be more of a relationship type thing. I'm not super clear about that yet, but I think you've been struggling to do that, to work with this person or these people. But I believe that there is not only a path forward to be able to collaborate and work with these people properly, but I also very much think that if you can figure this out and get things going and flowing nicely, then I think that will open up a lot for you. I think it'll be very, very good for you. And perhaps this other person, depending on the situation. So the main reason why I can confidently say that things are going in a good direction and things have the potential, I'm not going to promise anything, but I will say they very much have the potential to resolve and get much better, is because we have both the Star and the Wheel of Fortune. Both of these cards do kind of imply to me that things have been tough, right? Before the Star, we have the Tower, which is kind of an infamous card for, you know, something difficult happening all of a sudden, because the star is about that rebirth and that specifically that optimism that comes after that, after a difficult time, and choosing to be hopeful, choosing to be hopeful and optimistic. Partly because if you want to move forward, that's kind of just what you have to do. You have to have some level of hope and optimism. But also because you believe in what it is that you're working towards, whatever it is you're fighting for. As well as with this Wheel of Fortune card, when it comes upright like this, to me that signals kind of a upswing, things kind of being, you know, if you were at a low, to me when Wheel of Fortune is upright, it's kind of like okay, we're going back up to a high, right? Things are getting better. Luck is on your side. So I do believe that, like I said, lots of potential here. So we do also have this 5 of Cups card, which signals a loss of something. So maybe that is kind of the thing that you are recovering from or trying to work through. I'm not really sure what that loss would be, but with 5 of Cups, that also can have a feeling of like grief as well, or grieving. Not necessarily a person because of a death, but just something that you had that you no longer have. I'm going to flip over this card before I keep going, because I feel like I'm lacking some kind of information. So now's the time to flip it over. Let's see. King of Cups reversed. Oh my gosh, we have so much like water energy in this reading. Interesting. Cups is associated with the water element. That's why I say that. So, okay, I think this is definitely an emotional struggle. You know, I'm also really getting the feeling that being that with both of these cards we have here, right? With this Libra aspect, but also this Page of Swords aspect, I feel like you might be in a spot where your emotions are keeping you from being able to move forward. And I think that's because of a lack of balance. I think maybe because of this loss that you experienced, this thing that you're grieving, maybe from, you know, this implied, I know the tower isn't here, but sorry, when I see the star, it just makes me think of the tower. This thing that came crashing down, this thing that you lost, that kind of dysregulated your emotions a bit, and you're having trouble coming out of that in a balanced way. Because this Page of Athames, especially because we have her, you know, pointing her athame up to the star, right? I think if we want to promote this hope and this optimism and this like, okay, I can do this. We can do this. We can rebuild. We can figure this out, right? Page of Athames and that swords energy in general is about clarity. It's about the mind. Same with that Libra, being more logical and intellectual, you know, that air element. So I think what you need is a little more balance. Obviously, we're never disregarding emotions. We are never throwing them away. Never. We are never burying them. But I think it would be very beneficial for you to put a little more of your energy into thinking more logically, because I think that is where you will find the hope right now. I don't think you're going to find a lot of hope and optimism in your emotions right now. I think you will find that if you can think about the situation from a more objective perspective. So, okay, I'm going to say it one more time just because I want to be super, super clear. That doesn't mean disregarding your emotions. Doesn't mean throwing them away, right? It doesn't mean that your emotions are wrong. It just means that sometimes how we feel doesn't accurately describe the situation. You might be feeling like you are not in a place where you can here, this Three of Cups here, right? It's Three of Cups is like good relationships, specifically like friendship, but it's good vibes, good things going with other people, right? You might be in a place where you're really struggling to do that. You feel like you can't do that right now, but that doesn't mean that that is the absolute truth. And that doesn't mean it's wrong for you to feel that way. It's just about being objective and putting your emotions to the side for a second for the sake of balance, because I think we are a little too much in the emotional part. We want to balance that out a little bit. And that is what will not only promote this upswing that I see, but also filling your heart up a little bit. It'll fill your cup back up a little bit. So going forward, I also want to mention this Ace of Pentacles reversed, because that is a sign that you may be / you may end up missing out on new opportunities. And I think having these, good relationships with whoever it is we're talking about here, I think, well, I'm not sure if the relationship itself is something that is like the missed opportunity, the thing you don't want to miss out on, or if those relationships will bring you an opportunity that you don't want to miss out on. I'm not really sure which way that could go, but I guess either way, right? I think if you let go of these relationships or aren't nurturing them, aren't putting your time into them, I think you will miss out on some opportunity, whether that's related to them or something else. Either way. So it would be a loss. It would, I think, create more loss. So that's why we want to make sure we balance things out. Yeah, okay, I think I'm going to leave it there. This is one of those readings where I have to be very careful with my words. Like, make sure that I'm saying everything exactly how I need to. That being said, if you have any questions about this or if you like any part of this clarified, please let me know. You can leave a comment or you can just reach out to me, whichever you prefer. On the shorts part of my channel, I have hundreds of shorts videos where I talk about each of the cards. I talk about their upright meaning, their reverse meaning, as well as any symbolism within the cards. So if you're feeling, like you'd like to learn any more about any of these cards, you might want to check that out. If I could give you a recommendation, I know I did explain all of the cards, but there's probably more information over there. I would recommend you take a look at the Star, as well as this will be called Page of Swords. Those are, I think those might give you a little more information about how to move forward, if you would like a little more information. So anyway, Aries moons, I am wishing you so much strength going forward with this, because managing your emotions is tough. It's funny, actually, I've been talking to my mom about this recently. Not to go on a whole tangent, but just to say that I think a lot of people are brought up with the idea that ignoring your emotions and putting them to the side is being tough. But I think actually managing your emotions is what's tough. That's the thing that really takes strength, right? I think burying them and ignoring them is easier short term, you know, but long term, the tough thing, the thing that takes all that strength, I think, is actually learning to properly handle them, because emotions are really scary. They can be really scary, you know? Anyway, sorry, that doesn't even have to do with the reading. I just thought I'd throw that out there, that idea. So I'm wishing you so much strength to get through this, and I'm wishing you a lot of luck, and I will see you next month. See where you're at, okay? Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye!